This is Bridgesburned with Megan and Amy. Well, cheers.
Cheers. No dry January for us just yet.
That's ridiculous. Who would do that? But happy birthday.
Thank you.
And happy new year.
Happy 2026.
So crazy. I mean, last year flew by. Do you think so?
Last year, No, it didn't fly by. There was a lot of life lessons, but I feel like coming out on the other side, a more healed version of myself.
Yeah, I agree. Well, actually, for me, it was my year of healing and laying groundwork for things. 2024 was the year of an absolute nightmare of a life for me. So 2025 was like a relief almost.
Well, and I love this. So do you believe in astrology?
Yeah, I mean, I like to believe in stuff like that, sure. Do I take everything seriously? No, but I like the message behind it.
So 2025 was the year of the snake. It taught us how to shed what no longer fits. It was a season of quiet clarity, one that asked us to slow down, listen honestly, and recognize where we're living out of habit instead of truth. The lesson wasn't about rushing change, but about understanding why it was necessary. The snake reminded us that growth often happens invisibly, and that letting go is not an ending, but a preparation for what comes next.
See, I love that.
And that's how I feel about 2025 to me, like losing my job and going through all the things we did. And yes. I feel like I'm really leaving everything that no longer serves me in 2025.
Yeah.
In 2025.
Yeah. And we were just talking about this a minute ago. Did you want to explain more about that? Like leaving other things too behind. Well, let's talk about our night out. Why don't we do that?
Yeah, absolutely. So before we talk about our night out, on New Year's Eve, I went to the grocery store to pick up food, and I ran into my former HR guy who was in the room when I got let go. Right. And that was the first time I'd seen him since that lovely day, April 9th. Yeah. And it's funny because I was home in Montreal over the holidays. And I was lying in the bed where I was like the day I got fired because I was flying home for my sister's bridal shower the day I got let go. So I was in my mom's bed just crying. And I started thinking about that day over and over. And I was like, I'm going to let this go in 2025. I'm not going to hold on to it anymore. And then I ran into our HR guy in the grocery store, and I felt like, what a great way to close that chapter.
100%.
Like, to me, that was like the validation I needed. Like, we were all good. It was lovely to see him, and so I was like, wow, that really is the way I'd like to end that.
Yeah, absolutely. I think for me, and I mean, this, what I've been through the last few months, some of it, I don't know if I'll ever talk about it, but some difficult things happened to me in October, November, December, and something I never expected ever in my life. I kind of was like, I'm doing really well in 2025. I left Vancouver. I'm making changes. I'm laying groundwork. I'm doing this. I'm doing that. I feel very good mentally. And something was like, boom, no, you're not, bitch. Let's just test you right now. And it tested the fuck out of me, as you know, because you were there. But when I think back, if the same thing had happened to me a year ago, I think I would have had a complete mental breakdown. Yeah. Not to say I wasn't sad, not to say I wasn't, upset about it and worried, whatever. But I saw how much healing I have done. The specific thing tested me so much. And I was like, wow, I really have grown so much. Did I want the lesson? No, I did not. But I had it regardless. It's been had. And that was kind of similar to you, the end of my 2025. Like, it kind of all came together in the end.
Yeah. It's interesting because I don't think I realized how much I was on the verge of a mental breakdown. And I mean, in season 1, you talked a lot about it. Like, when you had left radio, you didn't realize what a crisis you were in until you step out. And I look at that and I realize that. And I'm just learning my ways around it. But yeah, we can talk about our Christmas party. That was a big lesson. We had a great night, and I blacked out.
Yeah.
I
Well,
blacked out.
let's just say this. So years ago when I was doing another sort of business thing, it was just me and another girl, and we always had our own Christmas party. And so I said to Amy this year, I was like, do you want to have a Christmas party? Let's have a Bridgesburn Christmas party. We'll invite everyone, our editor, social media manager, HR, aka us.
Everyone was there.
Yeah, everyone was there. Everyone came. Everyone was happy. And so both of us, I think, we're looking forward to it. We're going to dress up.
Yeah.
We wanted to go somewhere fancy schmance for dinner and then just kind of see where the night led us. And I think both of us were very just chill and let our guard down. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. Shout out to Nathan, our bartender server of the night.
Nathan was great.
Nathan came with shots, and that's where I was ruined because I don't do shots.
He was like, I'll get you dessert. We were like, nah. He was like, I'll get you a shot. We were like, yeah.
Yeah. And then, and that's where the night gets a little fuzzy for me.
Yeah. But we were saying this earlier. You like to, and I don't know if this is the right wording, be more in control usually.
Yes. I have never been blacked out in public in my life.
Yeah.
And like, I remember bits and pieces, like my shoes hurt. I am the first person. I've done this in like lunchtime. Like at my sister's bridal shower, I was wearing those same shoes and I took them off and I walked out of the bar at like 2 p.m. and I was like, this is ratchet, but I can't wear these shoes anymore. So I'm like walking downtown with no shoes on. They didn't let us into one bar and we're like, let's just go to the another one. But woke up at Megan's all safe and sound. And then I'm like, hey, thanks for a great night. I go to leave and my car won't open because I lost my keys.
Yeah.
So, but then the more I thought about it and it really bothered me, I was like, oh my God, like I can't remember. I don't remember this. I don't remember that.
Yeah.
So I did a little self-reflecting via ChatGPT.
Which is great.
And it really opened my eyes to things that I had never really thought about before of like why I need to be in control all the time and why blacking out. Like even Everett was like, you had a great night. Why are you like, I'm like, because I don't remember every moment. I don't remember what happened. And so ChatGPT just basically let me know that knowing exactly what happened, remembering everything, keeping a clear internal record of, because that's how your childhood was, right? You had to prove reality, protect against gaslighting, anticipate danger, and maintain coherence in chaos. And then I love this. Your brain learned, if I remember accurately, I can avoid making it worse. And then that all comes back to me being a people pleaser and avoiding conflict. And if you're in control of everything all the time, you can kind of focus on and read a room.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I can totally relate to that. I think too, we're not saying like everyone go get blacked out all the time. We're not saying that. We're just, what I think is great in a way is that you felt comfortable enough around me that night to just be like, let's let our guard down. Let's have fun. Yeah. Let's have like a few too many cocktails at dinner as well as a bottle of wine and a shot or 2 or 3 and also Prosecco before we left my house, you know, but like, you just were enjoying yourself. And I think I could feel that from your energy too, that you were just enjoying yourself.
Yeah.
Because I was prepared for you to be like, okay, let's have dinner, let's go home. Because Amy is definitely more of a homebody than I am.
Yeah.
I am the one that's like, I want to go out all night, usually, for the most part. So when you started doing that, I was like, yes, good, nice. I like this. This is good. So yeah, we're not saying you should get blacked out all the time. I'm just saying, maybe you needed that.
I think I did too. And I think that's a big thing that's coming my way in 2026 that I'm trying really hard to work on is that people pleaser and why I got walked on so much or I didn't stand up for myself or, you know, even at the end, maybe why I got let go because I did feel like when I did stand up for myself, I was entitled or I was this. And I'm slowly learning because I'm sure I'm not the only one. I'm thinking here while I sit here with you, I'm like, I bet Megan's mad at me about something, but I don't know what it is. And it's probably really small because she's still sitting here with me. But did I do anything to embarrass her or insult her? Or did I do this? And that is my mind. I'm always on high alert. And so learning to just, I'm very, I think, respectful and I'm can't control your reaction or somebody else's reaction. And that's what I have to let go of.
But even if you were respectful, you still can't control my reaction, because what's respectful to you might not be respectful to me. And you know what I mean? Like, you literally can't control everything.
Yeah.
You could be on the best behavior ever and someone's still going to have something to say.
And I think that was my biggest thing. I didn't know I was kind of a control freak until I'm reading and learning more about myself and like having to be in control of everything all the time and every person, that it doesn't work like that. And that's not life. And, you know, you got to put yourself first and you can't control everything. So that is the vibe I'm going into, turning 41 and walking into 2026.
Well, I did say before you left my house, because I know you do that, I said, and I don't want you going home and worrying that I'm mad at you, because I'm not. I mean, we were sitting there laughing about it. I thought it was fucking funny, like what happened, and not in a judgmental way at all. I was just like, Amy lost her keys. I lost my light. Like, I have this really cool selfie light. I even went back into the restaurant. We went to Drift in Halifax, which, by the way, I've been craving that ravioli we had.
It was tortellini. It was magical.
Tortellini, right. Tortellini. And oh my God, I've craved it ever since.
Okay.
So we have to go back there.
Once I change my hair color and my identity.
Yeah. Let's not drink. Let's not drink before we go, so we remember it. But I went back there and I was like, did you guys find a light, like my little selfie light? Because I really wanted that back. But whatever. We didn't. You lost your keys. I lost my light.
It was like a Katy Perry song. TGIF with Rebecca Black.
Yeah. It was so, I had a great time.
I did have a great time too. And that's the things that I'm really trying to work on myself for 2026 is to let go and just have a good time. And you know what? If something happens, it happens. Like even when I was home in Montreal, I had all my friends and family. We had a big dinner party together. And the next morning I was like, was everybody okay? Did I say something to somebody? Did I spend enough time with everybody? And Everett was like, everybody had a great time. Why are you doing that? Why are you trying to find a problem? And I'm like, I don't know.
Well, I mean, anxiety is a real thing.
Yeah.
I get it too. Booze, blues. Alcohol does not help with your anxiety or depression, which both of us have at least one of those.
Yeah.
And, you're going to do that regardless, but there comes a point where you have to think like, I have to let this go, because what the fuck am I going to do? Unless you were rude to someone. I remember there was a night in the summertime, I was walking, I left a bar with my friend Anna, and I don't know why, I was fucking pissy for whatever reason. And we didn't have a huge fight, but I said a couple things to her, and she was like, okay, well, May, I'm like, why are you talking to me like that or whatever? Next morning, I was so upset about it. And I was like, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to be bitchy. I don't know why I was. The alcohol hit differently last night. I'm sorry. That's all you can do.
Yeah.
And if you don't know you did something, it's up to the other person to like say, listen, you hurt me last night or whatever.
Yeah.
And you didn't do anything wrong.
I know I didn't. And for me, it's not even, I don't even need to be drunk or tipsy to feel the ways that I feel. I think it's just like we could go have a nice sober night walk in the park and I'd be like, was I walking too fast? Did she think this? Like, that's just always my brain, because if I'm in control and I can control how I'm feeling, then I can make sure everybody else is okay. But it's not my job to take care of everybody else.
I think you're also doing a disservice to yourself, because you're never thinking what's good for me.
What works
for me. Yeah.
I am ready to just do that for myself and realize that, you know, sober, couple of drinks or whatever, I'm not in control of anybody else, and I think I'm a pretty pleasant person.
Yeah, you were great.
Thanks.
That great. It's not like you were terrible that night. You were great.
Yeah,
I was feeding you poutine.
I was like, you're like up there, you. No, I kept saying no because I know they use beef thing. You ruined my vegetarianism that night.
I'm actually so sorry. I didn't actually realize that's why you're saying no. I thought you were saying no because you didn't want to eat anything, and I was like, eat, because I was thinking you got to have something in your stomach. And the next morning you were like, they use beef, whatever, and I was like, oh my God, that didn't go through my head at all, because I'm not a vegetarian, so I don't think like that.
Yeah.
Oh my, I'm sorry if I did that. I hope let's just think they use mushroom gravy.
Okay. No, hey, it's already, listen, I probably needed the protein.
Willie's, do you guys use mushroom gravy or beef gravy?
They use beef. I've already asked. But
shit.
It's all good. But these are the fun lessons and everything, I think, in 2025, just becoming more self-aware. I think that is the sexiness I'm bringing into 2026.
Yeah.
And it's interesting because I feel like I was so much more confident in my 20s
But that's called being naive.
Oh, is that the difference?
I think so, because you don't have enough to base certain ideas on. You haven't experienced enough in life. And so the more you experience, the more lessons you have learned. And yes, you're going to be more anxious, I think.
I think too, just coming out of radio, because you have to be perceived a certain way, or, people are telling you what you're doing wrong or what you're doing right or what you're doing this. And if you're in the public eye, you always want to carry yourself a certain way. Mm-hmm. And I think 17 years of me doing that kind of really registered in my brain of how to act, what to do, how to say, and then it becomes kind of robotic.
Also, I noticed when I left radio, you are somebody when you are a radio announcer. And then I actually had to think about this and go through it in my own head before I left, because I was like, when I leave, I ain't going to be shit. Like, no one's going to care that, because I'm not a radio announcer anymore. I'm not, we make it our identity so much. And after I left, I did jobs like courier driver, house cleaner, house organizer, like shit like that. And so no one looks to you like they look at radio announcers or TV people. Yeah. You literally are not, I don't even know how to say, you're not that person anymore.
No, I totally understand.
And you have to like bury that idea of yourself. It's a very humbling thing, and it's a good thing for us all to do. I don't know what you do. If you work in radio from 20 to 65, you're never going to get this lesson, but it's a great lesson to have.
I kind of felt good this year. Like, I didn't post a lot on social media. I took a break from it because I didn't have to. I didn't have to share my whole life and my whole story, and I got to keep a little bit of me private. Not that I was doing much, but I just feel like a lot of lessons and everything. I don't know what 2026 holds, but I know I'm going into it less naive, more confident, and more self-aware.
Yeah. It's crazy because you have to go through these hard, crazy times to figure that out. And that's what is so hard about life. In the moment, you're like, why? Why is this happening? Because I don't know about you, I'm very impatient. I want the answer now. I want to know why right now. But you don't. Yeah. And when you got fired, you didn't know what was going to happen. You had no idea what was coming up in the years or months to come, rather, months. We didn't know we were going to start a podcast. We didn't know anything.
I know.
Like, so it's kind of a beautiful thing, these lessons. In the long run, it's a beautiful thing.
It is, but in the moment, you're like, oh, good, another lesson? How many more do you got for me?
Honestly, when my little thing happened in November, Amy came over. We were supposed to record, and I was like, I can't record today. And we didn't. But we wrote a pro and con list.
Yeah.
And just figured out
con list.
Me too. I really do like it. But yeah, trying to figure out what to do, what direction to go. Yeah. And I still am like, I'm starting to see it a little bit more now what the lesson is. But in that moment, I was like, why the fuck is this happening?
Yeah.
Are you insane? What the fuck, man?
I always laugh because, it was the end of the year, and all of these like horoscopes and stuff are popping up, and it's like 2026, the people who are going to see the best is like, you're a Gemini, I'm a Capricorn, and I'm like, oh no, I'm not falling for that anymore. Let's just see. They're like, your cycle of 11 years is coming to an end. I'm like, well, I'll believe it when I see it.
Well, my horoscope has been very good, so I'm going to go with that. It's been very much like, say, the end of the 9-year cycle or whatever, and you're starting over again. Like 2 days ago, it was January 1st, first month, and then I don't know, that's a good day after the 9-year cycle. I don't know, because it's the first day of starting the new cycle.
Yeah.
Whatever this fucking means, but I like it. And it said for Gemini, like, big things are coming. You're going to accomplish what you want to accomplish. You're going to get the money, da 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 da. And I thought, yeah, I really believe it finally in my heart, because I've made these changes I needed to make. But also 9 years ago, when I was 2016 and I turned 30, it was a great year. I had such a good year. I had new titties. I was in a good spot. I had just broken up from my relationship, and although some people would consider that sad, I considered it freedom.
Yeah. And
I was so happy. But the years went downhill after that really badly, to the point where I was like, my 30s have fucking sucked.
That's what I felt too. My 30s, I was like, it was lesson after lesson after death, after lesson after this. Yeah.
I just like, my 20s were never like that. but the 30s were, holy shit. And I'm like, does this happen to everybody? I don't know. But I've learned a lot of shit, and I know there's always a lesson to learn, but like I feel like I went through my deepest, darkest shit. I have to be coming out on the other side now. I have to. I mean, that's what's happening. I've decided.
Okay. Well, I love that.
That's it.
So obviously our podcast called Bridges Burned. Personally, what bridges would you like to see burned? Like of your traits of what do you leaving behind? What do you want to like burn?
Well, this is not about me. I'm going to burn a bridge with a guy I was seeing.
Yeah. But that's okay. I think that's fine.
I think that's a healthy thing to do.
Yeah.
Finally, get rid of him in my mind for once and for all. Truly move on.
See, I have been in a relationship for almost 15 years. Like, I don't know the struggles of dating in your 30s and what it's like, and with Tinder and all the options out there, but I can't see it being easy.
I mean, I met this guy 2.5 years ago, and I don't know why, but I was like, I instantly was just drawn to him. I still don't know why. What kind of lesson did I need to learn? I don't know. But no matter if we were talking or not, I was always thinking about him. Always. If I was even sort of dating somebody else, like he was always on my mind.
Yeah.
Always. And I needed something big to drop it because he does not want what I want right now. So I needed something really big to finally sever the tie for me. Finally, because it's hard when you love someone. It's very hard.
Yeah, of course.
He wasn't just a crush. So I'm hoping to sever that. What else is the question? Like severing stuff with myself?
Like bridges burn. What are you burning that no longer serves Megan in 2026? I do think that's a great one because I did see the struggles and the effort you put in, and when it's not reciprocated, right?
Yeah, it's very hard.
And I just think you're such an incredible, genuine person. Like, Megan is awesome. You're fucking awesome. And so when somebody's not giving you what you deserve, right? And the other person doesn't see it, it's hard. And I'm not here to tell you what to do or what not to do. But when somebody realizes that, and yeah, it sucks. It sucks going through a breakup, especially when you didn't want it to go that way. So
no,
that's definitely hard. But knowing your worth is huge. So I would say, like, that's what you should burn, is people who are not worth your time.
Yes. I think, honestly, I feel like I burned all the bad shit about me last year.
Yeah.
I really feel the last year I felt really good about myself. I'm very I've done a lot of work on my mental health, a lot. I've done a lot of work on my depression, all that kind of shit. So I feel like I already did that in 2024 to 2025. This was kind of a last thing that I think I was holding on to this hope. And it's hard. I would be the first one to tell any of my friends, like, dump him or whatever, get rid of him. But when it's you in that situation and you love somebody, it's very hard. So I think that is the thing I need to burn.
So
light it on fire, baby.
Let me ask you this then, with your words of wisdom. If there is a younger, beautiful woman like yourself, if you were talking to 20-year-old Megan and somebody's going and listening to this and they're like, but how did you do that? What advice would you give them?
Start working on your mental health early. Start figuring it out early. Do not sacrifice yourself for any job. No job is worth it. No job gives a fuck about you enough. Remember that. Do not stay. I mean, like, work hard. Definitely work hard. Yeah. But you do not need to sacrifice yourself for the job. I actually feel like I sacrificed so much of myself for so long that I made myself sick, mentally sick.
Same.
And I would tell younger Megan or another girl, don't sacrifice yourself. Work on your mental health. If something's not working for you, say it's not working for you. Just work on yourself. Work on what's going on in your head now rather than later.
Yeah.
That's what I would say. I feel like I always had a pretty good head on my shoulders, but there were certain things I didn't even realize were happening with me. Yeah. So I would change that. What about you?
I'm leaving the people that hurt me in 2025, whether it be career or people involved in that.
Mm-hmm.
It's done. It's over. I can't change it. Why keep thinking about it? Why keep replaying all those situations, kind of going back to blackout and control and stuff? And looking back at all those months leading up and this and that, and I can't change it. That is what happened. Maybe a blessing in disguise. I can focus on me. And maybe there's somebody listening to this that's mad at me, but that's not my fault.
And if you're mad at her, why don't you just give her a little text or a call?
Yeah. I just, I can't control everything. I can't control how people feel. I can just be the best version of myself. And that's all I can worry about is myself. And I think for a long time too, whether it be family or friends, or like if you had a problem, I put my stuff on the back burner. And even my husband, like in his 30s, since we've been together, my God, he's had so much death in his family, like death after death. Like my little pettiness doesn't seem like anything when you've lost your father and your brother and this. So I felt like anytime something was happening to me, I would just push it down because it wasn't important. But I think that's something too, like there's no scale on what's important and what hurts you. And I think if you keep pushing and repressing those feelings down, it makes you sick. It makes you weak. It makes you tired, and it makes you not feel like yourself. So those are the things that I'm burning. Is I can't control how people feel about me. I can only control how I act and be the best person I can be, make the best decisions I can, and peace out to anybody who doesn't like that.
I also hate when people say that. They're like, well, oh, you're going through this. Well, at least you have food on the table. Well, at least you don't have a disease. Like, I'm like, no, people are allowed to have their own things. Maybe it's not as crazy as having a disease or being, having no food. Maybe it's not that, but you're still allowed to address what's going on with you, face it, heal from it. You're still allowed to do that.
Yeah.
Regardless of if your problem is smaller or bigger.
Yeah.
That if you don't do that, like you said, you're going to repress, and then you're going to be sick. You are going to make yourself sick.
And I did. I made myself sick. Like, I look back, like this year, I only got sick twice. Like the year before that, I think I had the flu, COVID, all of this stuff, my autoimmune. Like every second week it was something because my autoimmune, I have psoriasis, which like really pops out and makes your stomach and everything lovely. But even that's been okay because a big thing for autoimmune is stress. And sometimes if you're always like ready to go and always on high alert and looking out for other people, you don't take care of yourself. You're the last person to take care of yourself.
This is really bad for you.
It's really bad. And I always laugh when you see those things and like, how to go into 2026, stop drinking, do this, reduce your stress. And it's like, that should be the top one. Like, how to reduce your stress.
Yeah. I used to always do that. I used to do dry January every year. And now I'm just like, why do I need to do it like that? Like, I still, if someone in 2 weeks is like, hey, Megan, do you want to go out on this Saturday night? I'll be like, yeah, and let's have some drinks. Do I need to go crazy? No, I do not.
Yeah.
But I have other goals now. It's not about stop drinking, eat healthy. I always eat healthy, just eat less junk. I feel like those are goals that I don't really, or resolutions that I don't feel like I need to make anymore.
No, I'm 1000% with you. People are like, starting dry January. I'm like, well, my birthday's January 4th, so I will not be sober on January. But also, like, it's not like you and I are bending out every day doing that. So,
no. Like, this is the first time I ever saw you blacked out.
I know.
I feel like you've seen me blacked out, though, before.
No, because you remembered everything that you did.
Well, it's patchy sometimes, but
that's okay.
I mean, do you remember that time I threw up in somebody's backyard?
After you peed in their backyard.
Did I pee too?
Yeah.
Maybe. I don't remember that. See, I blacked out. But I do remember puking in their backyard. And I remember she came out and she was like, you could have used my bathroom.
But you know what? I think looking like there's something beautiful about this age. And when you're like, they make so many memes about it. You see it. It's like in your 20s, you're like, did I pee on that guy's car? Oh my God, I screwed him in the bathroom. I did this. And you're laughing. And the next day, like, in your 20s when you're having those conversations, but now in your 40s, you have 3 glasses of your wine. You're like, did I make an appropriate eye contact with that person? Just the things that you think. And I think it's because you're so much more self-aware.
Yes.
That you're worried about everybody else. But
yeah,
it's not up to you to worry about everybody else. Focus about yourself first.
As long as you're not being a fucking asshole all the time.
Yeah.
And you're not. then yes, live your fucking life. At the end of the day, you are not responsible for someone else's, if they don't like you, if they're annoyed by you, what can you do?
Exactly. And I think that's what I learned in 2025, that I'm burning and I'm leaving behind as we walk into the year of the horse.
Yeah, I want to hear about this one.
The year of the horse brings movement, courage, and forward momentum. The year 2026, too, I'm putting on record, this is the year Amy needs glasses, by the way.
She's holding her phone very far from her face right now.
It's still blurry. Where the snake revealed the truth, the horse asks us to act on it, to trust our instincts, choose freedom over familiarity. Familiarity? Thank you. It sounded better when you said it. And move boldly towards what feels aligned. This is a year of embodiment, but I can't see that word.
Where is embodiment? And that is not a word.
Okay, good. I was like,
it says and VPZNSION. What does that mean?
I don't know, but I'm so glad you saw the same
passion?
thing. I did.
Maybe it's meant to say passion. I don't know.
And position.
Yeah, that's not a word.
Where clarity turns into action and confidence grows through passion. The shedding is done. Now we run. That's what I mean. I love that. The shedding is done. Now we run.
That's why I said, honestly, in 2025, I don't feel like I do feel like I shedded a lot of stuff, but like I was just, there was no way to go up but up. Yeah. No way to go up. Nowhere to go up, rather. I was working out so much. I was doing all the things I needed to do. I was literally laying the groundwork to get better. That's all I was doing. Yeah. When I look back, I'm actually very proud of myself. Last year, I did a lot of hard things.
You did.
And I made myself a priority. There's a few things that I was struggling with money and financial a little bit, but like I had to do other things, and like that was really good. Everything's been shedded.
Yeah,
everything's been shedded.
But I think it's very interesting too when like, because you moved back to Halifax like right when I got fired, and we were hanging out. You're like for a couple of months, you're like, "Are you okay?" And I'm like, "I'm fine. I'm fine." And then I think it was like our Christmas party night out when I was like, I was not fucking fine, but I couldn't even see it. I was just in survivor mode.
Yeah.
And I didn't even realize that it's like boop, bop, beep, bop, bop.
You don't know you're in a mental breakdown until after.
Yeah.
I had a full fucking mental breakdown in 2021. It was not good. And it's not like it's like a one night thing. It is a gradual thing that keeps happening. And you're reacting in crazy, crazy ways. Trust me, the shit I did was crazy. And then when you're healed or healing or you realize what you've done, you're like, holy shit.
Yeah.
What happened? It's a mental breakdown is not that sudden instant thing that they make it seem like it is.
Yeah.
Not at all.
It's funny because I still have it. I think it was like 2 years ago. Me and my friend went to a tarot card reader. And my first card that they pulled up was exhaustion. And I was like, well, yeah, I do a morning show. I'm tired all the time. But like putting all the other aspects, like my grandmother had just died, family troubles, you know, blah, 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 life. Yeah. But being in survivor mode, I didn't realize, one, how long I was in it.
Yeah.
And two, just how tired I was.
I remember when I saw you when we first... I can't remember the first time I saw you after I got back. I must have come to your house. I can't remember.
Yeah, you came to my house.
And I thought, you look tired. You look like just exhausted.
Yeah.
And I don't mean physically necessarily. I mean just like your body is giving tired. Your energy is.
There was nothing left in me. It was like, E.T. phone home. Like, I was just so tired. Like, you ever been so tired you're on a plane, you're like, well, if it crashes, I had a good life. Like, I'm not even going to fight this.
Yeah.
Like, that's how tired I was. And I remember thinking that, like, going on the plane after I got let go and just, like, living through all that. And now I'm like, no, there's tired. But then there was, like, what I was doing, that was not okay. It was just, I was zombie.
Yeah. Well, after a while, I mean, how many years did you do it?
Like, survival or mornings?
Mornings, because I feel like that is kind of survival sometimes.
I think since like 2020 when my grandmother broke her hip and then the pandemic and then like, you know, a lot of loss and just this and that and you're just going, like, I would say that was like 5 years stacked up, and it was just like, and then putting mornings on there too, and then like the changes. And
to be fair to you though, like I feel like if you had been making a good wage, like a really livable wage, like some of your co-hosts have been, you wouldn't have been that tired because you also had to do another job.
I did another job. And then once I left that other job, and it was me and my co-host Jeff, and I was like, we're gonna take on the fucking world. And then January, I think it was 17th, he had a stroke, and then he left the morning show. And then when that happened, everything just kind of went to shit. And I was like, okay, Survivor Mode Part 2.
Honestly, like a radio station that hires its morning show should take care, well, they should take care of all their employees, but especially the morning people. And if you had been paid properly and taken care of and appreciated by your bosses, supported by your bosses, maybe you would have been able to be like a little bit more chill. Because honestly, you go in, you start at what time? 5 a.m.?
Yeah, I was there by 5.
Yeah, by 5, and your show was done at 10? 9, 10?
Well, 10, but then I had to do other stuff. We were out of there by 11, 11:30, 12.
Right. Yeah. That's not a crazy amount of hours, really. And if that's all you had to do, you would have been good.
Yeah.
You would have been good, but you didn't have to do that. There was too much on your plate.
Yeah. But again, with my 2020, I can't change the past.
No, you cannot.
It was what it was. If something ever happened again in radio, hey, that'd be great. But I'm looking for things that are going to make me happy. And I think really, what is it? Work smarter, not harder.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what I'm looking into too. And do things that make me happy. Like doing this podcast with you and hanging out with you makes me happy. This doesn't even feel like work.
No. Gen Z really goes by that. Work smarter, not harder. Sometimes I think they needed to work a little bit harder, but like I do appreciate the fact that they're not exhausting themselves.
Yeah.
They would never have done what I did.
No.
And, like, I mean, I have a crazy fucking work ethic. I'm really proud of that. But I remember being in an emergency room all night because I had something wrong with me. I didn't know what. And then I got back home at like 3 or 4 in the morning, and I went to work the next day. Like, they would have been like, no, not going to work the next day.
I remember when I first started off, I was like opping a show because they were on location, and I had a chicken burger, and I ended up getting salmonella poisoning, and I was like projectile vomiting. Like I looked like Team America, like it looked fake. And I was like, just one more hour and they're done. And then I went home and I was vomiting, like shitting myself, like super sick, should have gone to the hospital. And the next day, instead of asking somebody because I couldn't finish all my work the night before, I went back to work.
Yeah.
And then I think at one point in radio, I was like, you're just a number. You're just a number.
Or they don't care.
And so once I put that into perspective, and also I saw my mom and she worked really, really hard. She, did what she had to do, and she had a stroke at 52, and it took her life. No, she's still alive, but it took like a lot of her freedom away.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's not going to be me. I'm not going to work myself to death. I'm not going to do this. I'm going to, and that's really the energy I'm bringing into 2026. I'm going to do what serves me. I'm going to have the people in my life and give them the time for the people who have time for me.
Yeah.
But I'm not going above and beyond. And I'm not walking on eggshells, and I'm not going to be that tired ever again.
No. Actually, I saw this clip of Heidi Montag. You know Heidi from The Hills?
Yes.
Remember she got like a bunch of plastic surgery in like 2010 or something?
Oh my God, like 10 plastic surgeries all in like,
She got a ton of that shit. All in once. But then all of a sudden people were like hiring her and Spencer to do like I don't know, appearances and like crazy stuff on TV. And she was making a lot of money from doing that. And also being like, people were like, oh my God, all this plastic surgery. But she had this interview, and the interviewer said, but you don't do any work. You're famous for being famous, but you don't do any work. I think there's something to be said about someone who, goes and puts in an honest day work. And Heidi was like, well, then that's your path if you think that. And also I think, if you can make money and not work yourself to fucking death in a quote unquote honest day's work, I think that's bullshit to say. Why wouldn't you do that? At the end of the day, all we all do, all of us, is make money and then to survive. That's all we do. So if you can make it faster and easier, Why does that matter?
Well, like all of these teachers, by the way, amen to them, because trying to teach kids these days and age is crazy.
Mm-hmm.
And, we've heard so many stories of teachers on OnlyFans trying to make some money and stuff. And then
I interviewed one of them.
Did you?
In BC.
That's amazing, because then they get fired for doing that because some creepy dad was looking at it and the mom found out probably. Yeah. And so it's just like, but how does that affect you? This person was teaching your kids, doing everything for your kids, doing this. Stop being so judgmental about how people make their money.
And she couldn't survive.
Exactly.
So she had to do something else on the side. What else are we, especially in British Columbia? Jesus. Yeah, it's crazy.
You won't see me on any OnlyFans anytime soon.
You would see my feet on OnlyFans.
Oh.
I mean, I used to have one on OnlyFans, like a foot one.
Oh, I love that for you. I always joked about that, but I'm even insecure about my feet.
Oh, I'm not. Oh, and you shouldn't be, because men love everything. It doesn't matter. Foot fetish people love everything.
You know what? Bridges burned, toenails burned. Maybe we should figure. I'd love to learn a little bit more about that.
Yeah, we should make this a thing. If you like feet, let us know at our Instagram page at Bridgesburnedpod. And I actually did a lot of foot videos and stuff while I was staying at your house this summer, and you were away.
Yeah, but you told me, so I
did tell you
that.
I mean, you can't tell it's your house. I mean, maybe if someone knew, they would know, but
I'm so okay.
It's my feet.
Do you, boo?
Yeah.
I support anybody just doing what they have to do to survive.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't make any money.
Legal. Nobody's getting hurt, and we are not taking advantage of anybody. I think those are the 3 top things for me.
No, this is just my feet.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I didn't make much money on it just because I don't really know how to market that stuff. So if you are someone who can help me market that, please let us know.
I love this for you.
I mean, why not? It's my feet. And also macrophilia is a part of that too. It's a giantess fetish.
A what?
Giantess.
What's giantess?
Like being a giant, but you're a woman.
Oh.
So there are people that really like the fetish of being stepped on by a powerful woman. I think that the whole thing about it is that the woman is powerful and can throw them around.
Bro, give me 10 more pounds after this New Year's pounds.
It's a thing. It's an actual thing. So, some of my videos were for that too.
I love that.
All feet, people, nothing else. But yeah.
Do you do resolutions? How do you feel about resolutions?
I do goals.
I like that.
I do goals all the time anyway, but I do love I do love a goal. Hold on, I'm just going to grab my book. It's a book that I bought in 2016.
It's 10 years old this year.
It's 10 years old. I got it, I had just broken up with my ex at the time, and I was I really like this book. It's leather bound. It says on the front a Hemingway quote, "In order to write about life, first you must live it." And I was I love this. And I just didn't mean for this to happen, but I started writing my resolutions and to-do list too. And the other day I wrote a letter that I'll never send to the guy I was talking about earlier. It's a long ass letter. Look at that. Hold on, wait.
Oh, but doesn't it feel so good?
Yeah,
journaling and getting your feelings out.
It's a good thing to do.
And
everyone should do it.
Do you know what? If any Gen
Z?
Yeah, if you're listening, there's something about pen to paper that just feels so much more liberating than writing on your phone.
But to be honest, though, when I was doing it, number one, my arm hurt. And all I wanted to do, I just really wanted a voice note. I was why can't I just press a button and just start a voice note?
Because it's to me, I think of the energy coming out, it's just coming
out. That comes out of my voice.
Oh.
But I couldn't voice note it to this thing.
No, I love that for you.
Anyway, goals of 2026. A lot of it is getting my social media up, because that's hard to do every day. It has to be a very consistent thing. It's hard. And the third one on the list is keep working on Bridgesburnedpod.
Oh, I love that.
So that's third on my list. I have a lot of other things, but
I sent Megan a message on New Year's Eve and I said, "Happy New Year." She goes, "Happy New Year, boo. My New Year's resolution for you is to stop telling yourself that you're old."
Because she was "Happy New Year. It's 8:30, but I'm going to go to bed soon because I'm old." And I said, "Happy New Year to you too. I wish you a great New Year, but my New Year's resolution for you is to stop saying you're fucking old." I didn't say fuck, but
you thought it.
I did think it.
Felt it, yeah.
And because that's ridiculous. When you're 80, say you're old. Then I'll allow it.
I'm going to work on that.
Yeah.
I am.
You're not old.
I'm wise.
I think that, but you're not. You're not even like I said, like when you're 80, you're going to wish you could be 40, 41 again.
Yeah, this
you
is
will
true.
wish. It's going to be, you're going to think that was ridiculous to say because it is.
But can I still go to bed at 9?
I do.
Okay, good.
I do because I wake up in the morning to work out.
I love that. I love I love an early bird special. I love eating supper at like 5:30. I love.
Yeah. I mean, like on Saturday nights, I still go out till 4 a.m. Like, but it's on Monday to Friday, I go to bed at 8 o'clock at night because I work out early in the morning.
Yeah.
It's a balance, but I also I refuse the whole mindset of I'm old, I can't do this. Oh my God, I'm 40, I can't. Oh, my bones are cracking. If your bones are cracking at 40, you have a fucking problem.
Well, my bones do crack at 40.
Then you got a problem.
Girl, I'm like a glow stick when I wake up.
Then you got a problem. We should be flexible and good. Like everyone this age should be very healthy. It's like, I don't know who started this. You're old and decrepit at 40.
Well, when you hit that perimenopausal thing, it's sometimes, and that's the thing, sometimes your body just feels like...
Well, certain things change,
yes.
But it doesn't have to be your lifestyle.
No, exactly.
I'm old. No.
I'm going to work on that. I will not stay out till 4 in the morning with you, but...
I mean, you did once. I did get you to do that. I mean, it wasn't 4, actually. It was 2?
We were home by 1:37.
Are you sure?
Yes, because I asked you to call me in the Uber because I thought I lost my phone, and it was like 1:37.
Okay, well, that's not that bad.
No, I was proud of myself. That's the latest I've stayed out in like years. But at 4 in the morning, like,
I mean, even on New Year's, I think I was back home by like 2.
I love that.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
I just want to go out and have fun, but I work out every other day of the week. I want to be healthy. I want to be vibrant.
Everything in moderation.
I got ID'd at the liquor store today.
Congratulations.
I know. Speaking of all of this, she was like, I was just ready to pay, and she was like, can I see your ID? I was like, yep.
Do you know what's funny is when I lost my license, like not like you can't drive, but like misplaced it.
Yeah.
And this was like 3 years ago, I guess. And I don't know why, but I didn't have it, and that's when I got carded all the time. And I was like, I am 36 years old, and I need a bottle of wine.
The thing is, too, it's like, I mean, in BC, they used to say this. If you look under the age of 35, we card you. I don't know what it is in Nova Scotia. I don't know what the rule is.
Back, I was 14 at the DEP, and I was like, give me my 40. And they're like, here you go, ma'am.
That's funny, buddy. But even if that was the case, if you look under 35, you have to get carded. I'd be like, okay, yeah, that's still good.
I'll take it.
I will take that. Ooh. So today, yeah, I'll be doing an Instagram about it in a couple of days.
Well, if everybody is doing their dry January, I would just like to cheers you because we are not.
No, we're not.
We are doing moderation, self-awareness, and what else?
Shedding all the bullshit from last year and being the most successful we can be in 2026.
Cheers.
Cheers.
I just talked into my glass. I think it's time to wrap this podcast
we're
up.
done.
Thank you to everybody who listened to season 1. We're really excited for season 2 and 2026 and everything that's going to come our way.
We barely even talked about our show, but we're going to have some crazy people to interview. I want to interview everybody. I just feel like the world is our oyster right now. I'm just really excited.